Have you ever looked in the mirror and quietly wondered, why is this not working like it used to? You are not alone. Every week I sit with men who tell me the same story. I used to last longer. I used to feel stronger. Now I feel like I am fading. And my response is always the same. You are not fading. You are adapting. And what your body needs now is different from what it needed at 20 or 30. Hi, I am Dr. Sophia Carter, and today I want to share something simple, natural, and powerful that most men overlook. A food you can start eating today that helps you last longer in bed without needing pills, prescriptions, or pressure. So, if you are over 50 and want to feel more confident, more present, and more in control during intimate moments, stay with me because what I am about to share could quietly change your relationship with your body and your partner in the most meaningful way. Let us be honest about something. As you get older, your body does not suddenly stop working. It shifts, it evolves. And with that shift comes a new set of rules. Not limitations, but adjustments. Your testosterone might drop a little, making you feel less driven or a bit more sluggish. Your blood vessels might become a bit stiffer, making it harder for blood to move as freely as it once did. Your nerves, especially the ones that help you feel pleasure and communicate with your brain, might fire just a little more slowly. But none of this means you are finished or broken. It just means your body is asking you to listen more carefully. In fact, many of the struggles men face in the bedroom after 50, things like finishing too early, losing firmness midway, or taking longer and longer to feel ready again, they are not just about aging, they are warning lights. Often they are rooted in issues with circulation, subtle nerve changes, and the steady effects of what you put on your plate day after day. You would be surprised how often a man's diet is working against his desire, draining energy, stiffening vessels, and starving vital tissue of the nutrients it needs to respond when it matters most. You see, stamina, especially sexual stamina, is not just mental. It is not about trying harder or hoping things improve on their own. It is biological. It is about how well your blood flows through your entire system. It is about whether your tissues are getting enough oxygen. It is about whether your hormones are in balance. It is about whether your nerves are sharp enough to deliver sensation and timing. And it is absolutely about your overall vitality. This is why food is not just fuel. It is medicine, and it can either support your intimacy or silently weaken it over time. One of the best, most natural ways to restore stamina, particularly in the bedroom, is shockingly simple. It starts with one small root. One food that you may have seen on your plate, but never given much attention. A food that is vibrant in color, rich in nutrients, and quietly working wonders behind the scenes. This food supports blood flow, nurtures your hormones, cleanses your vessels, and energizes your cells from the inside out without any harsh chemicals or uncomfortable side effects. Let us talk about that food right now. Yes, beets. The humble, earthy vegetable your grandmother may have served you and you may have pushed to the side. But inside that deep red root lies something truly powerful, natural nitrates. And those nitrates are not just another nutrient. They are a key that unlocks nitric oxide production in your body. And nitric oxide, that is one of the most important compounds for men's health, especially after 50. It helps your blood vessels relax and open wide, which allows blood to flow more easily and reach the places that matter most, like the brain, the heart, and yes, the penis. Why is this so important? Because everything related to erections, arousal, and stamina depends on smooth, healthy blood flow. If your blood is sluggish, if your vessels are narrowed, if your body cannot deliver that rich oxygenated flow when the moment comes, you are going to struggle. You might start fast, but fade quickly. You might feel numb or distracted. You might avoid intimacy altogether out of frustration. But when blood moves the way it is supposed to, your body responds with clarity, power, and endurance. That is why beets have earned the nickname nature's performance booster. Not because they are a magic bullet, but because they support the very foundation of male function. And unlike synthetic pills that flood your system and force a quick reaction, often with headaches, flushing, or worse, beets build your strength quietly from within. They repair, they nourish, they build momentum. Men who drink beet juice regularly or roast beets into their meals often report more consistent energy throughout the day. They notice a subtle lift in mood, a stronger morning response, more control, more satisfaction. Not on day one, but with time, day by day, week by week, like a slow burning fire that warms the whole house. Let us take a look inside your body for a moment. Imagine your blood vessels like flexible garden hoses. When you are young, they expand and contract with ease, allowing water, or in your case, blood to rush through quickly. But with age, those hoses stiffen, they narrow, they kink. Beets help unsink them. They help restore that flexibility, that flow, that youthful function, not just to improve performance in the bedroom, but to make you feel more alive in every area of life. When you eat beets regularly, something quiet and remarkable begins to happen inside your body. Your blood vessels start to soften. They begin to open and stretch with more ease, just like they were designed to when you were younger. This expansion allows blood to move more freely, not only to your brain and your heart, but all the way down to your toes and, most importantly, your pelvic region. This is where it matters most when it comes to intimacy and performance. With this improved circulation, every part of your lower body begins to receive more oxygen, more nutrients, more healing compounds. And that blood flow is what makes the difference between a struggle and satisfaction. When your tissues are nourished and energized, your erections become stronger and more dependable. Your arousal builds more slowly and steadily. Your climax feels more controlled, more natural, and more fulfilling. And perhaps most importantly, you begin to feel more confident in your own skin, because it is not just about being able, it is about feeling in sync with your body again. That kind of confidence is subtle at first. Maybe it shows up as less worry. Maybe you stop avoiding intimacy. Maybe you look in the mirror and see possibility instead of frustration. It is a powerful shift, and it is one that starts from something as humble as a root vegetable, a quiet, earthy food with deep red color that fuels your energy from the inside out. But here's the thing. The benefits of beets do not stop at the bedroom. That same nitric oxide effect that opens your blood vessels also supports your cardiovascular system. It helps your heart beat more efficiently. It assists in regulating blood pressure, and it boosts circulation to the brain, helping with clarity, focus, and even memory. So, when you make space for this one small food in your week, you are not just improving performance. You are improving your overall vitality and how gracefully your body handles the years ahead. Now, I know what you might be wondering. How do I actually add beets into my life in a way that feels doable? The answer is, keep it simple. You do not need to gnaw on raw beets like a rabbit, and you do not have to change everything you eat. This is not about perfection, it is about progress. Start with roasting. Wash a few beets, toss them in olive oil, sprinkle some garlic or herbs, and bake them until they are tender. You can eat them warm as a side dish or chill them for salads throughout the week. If you like smoothies, try blending half a beet with frozen berries and a little lemon juice. It tastes refreshing and adds a deep, beautiful color. And for those who like juice, a small glass of beetroot juice in the afternoon, especially when your energy dips, can work wonders. The goal is not to eat beets every single day or to overwhelm yourself. 3 or 4 times a week is a solid rhythm, enough to build momentum in your body without making it a chore. And of course, if you are currently taking medication for blood pressure or have kidney issues, it is wise to speak with your doctor before starting any concentrated beet juice. But for most men, this is one of the safest, most natural ways to restore stamina gently, consistently, and without side effects. Now, let me take a moment to step away from the science and speak from the heart. For many men, struggles with performance feel isolating. You might keep it to yourself, avoid conversations, brush it off as just getting older, maybe even hide it from your partner. But deep down, it can hurt. It can chip away at your confidence and make you feel disconnected from who you once were. But here is what I want you to understand. You are not broken. What you are feeling is not shameful. It is your body asking for care, for attention, not judgment, not panic, just care. This is not just about sex. It is about vitality, connection, energy, and how you move through the world with strength and presence. When you take steps to support your blood flow, your hormones, your nerve function, you are not just trying to last longer. You are rebuilding the bridge between your mind and body. You are reconnecting to your masculinity in a deeper, more grounded way. And that is something no pill in the world can offer. It is healing. It is growth. And it is absolutely within your reach. So tonight, as you sit down for dinner, take a second to reflect. What if everything you have been looking for, more stamina, more control, more confidence, could begin with something as simple as a roasted beet? No gimmicks, no pressure, just a small, nourishing act of self-respect. Because when you give your body what it needs, it shows up for you. Maybe not instantly, but with consistency, with quiet strength, with a sense of power that builds from the inside out. And if this message spoke to something in you, if it made you feel seen or hopeful, I invite you to subscribe. Because here on this channel, we talk about men's health with honesty, with science, and with compassion. We do not promise quick fixes. We offer real tools, real hope. You are not past your prime. You are simply in a chapter that asks for more awareness, more patience, more wisdom, and that is not a burden. That is a gift. Together, we are going to make sure you thrive in it. Take good care of yourself.